What's up, guys? Still can't believe we found one with this spec. Can't wait to show you guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Thank you for watching. Super excited about today's video. We are proud to announce we've got a new G82 M4 xDrive project car that we're gonna call the RSR TD4. Not only are we gonna compare this new xDrive M4 to our old G80 M3 two-wheel drive, we're gonna be trying to find that perfect space between the M4 CSL that's now out and obviously the full factory race car M4 GT4. So let's see if it's possible. So not only are we going to take a little bit of inspiration from the CSL, we're going to try and find the usable yet comfortable parts from the GT4 that won't affect the daily drivability of owning a G82 for the street, and having that sweet spot where you can set some fast lap times at the track and then be able to drive your car home nice and comfortable. Now that the G80 M3 and the G82 M4 have been out for over a year, there's so many upgrades available from the aftermarket, and it's super great to see that a lot of people have adopted this car and love modding it. So we're gonna pick and choose all of the best parts to see if we can find that sweet spot. We can't wait to get all the parts that we have lined up for this build onto the car. So please stay tuned to our channel. We're gonna have a new video series specifically for this project and show you guys as much of each part that we put onto the car and its benefits. But first, we're gonna go to the track and get some baseline time. We're here again, finally at the track. It's been a few months since we finished off TRD Series Beamer Challenge and GTA at the end of 2022. We're here at Streets today for GR movement. We brought the Super out, and we'll show you guys later why it's on jack stands right now. But a pretty scary moment. But today we want to announce that we are back into another G8x. This time it's an M4 xDrive. So our previous build, the G80 M3, was obviously a two-wheel drive competition automatic. Had a great time with that car, ran up the mileage a lot, and then we're looking to get an M2, but in the meantime, figured let's try out the xDrive, because after driving a buddy's car on track with the xDrive, it felt amazing. So now I want to see what the xDrive is like in an M4. So stay tuned. All right, real quick, let's go over the car. So like we did on our G80, we're gonna do a few of the tracks that we know where we have a lot of data from, like today, Streets of Willow, Button Willow. Unfortunately, ACS is shut down now, but hopefully we get out to Chuckwalla. Anyway, we're gonna keep the car as stock as possible, suspension-wise and tire-wise. So this car, obviously a used car, is on the Pirelli P0s with 8,000 miles on them. But my favorite part, which is what I really, really wanted on the G80, but I couldn't wait a year and a half to get, were the carbon buckets. So we were fortunate enough to find a Kyalami orange interior with the carbon buckets. And yesterday, in about 2 hours, luckily we had a G82 M4 cage in stock ready to go. We're debating on a color. Let us know what you guys think in the comments if you like this color with this color combo. But we were thinking between blue, red, I don't know who said red, someone said red, and then white, and then satin black. I honestly was wanting satin black, but I also wanted something to pop. So I don't know, I like the matte silver. Let me know what you guys think. So driveline wise, again, all we have right now is our downpipes, and the car came with an R44 titanium exhaust. So from the downpipes back, everything is titanium. And to me, we haven't ever installed an R44 exhaust on a G80 M3 or a G82 M4 yet, but I couldn't be more grateful of how great this exhaust sounds, because it has like a nice rasp that kind of reminds me of an E46 M3 rasp. It's not too crazy, but it's a very unique tone, and then when the valves open up, it's very, very aggressive. Also too, another thing that I like about this car is that it came with the M Performance rear wing, OEM M Performance rear wing. And then besides that, what else did we throw? I mean, obviously we did an oil change. We put the Motorsport Hardware stud kit and 15 millimeter spacers. So on the stock wheels, which I love the stock wheels, but we might be putting BBSs on this one. The Motorsport Hardware Titan Extended Lux match the stock wheels perfectly. Besides that, we're just gonna air it down, make sure the transponder is put on, and then I've already got the M1 and M2 buttons caliber set, so that my M1 button is four-wheel drive sport, DSC off, and then the M2 button is two-wheel drive, DSC off. So that way I can easily switch on track between laps, between four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive. But yeah, I haven't really driven or tracked an M4. I've tracked a lot of G80s, but we'll see what the M4 is like, and then obviously, because it's an xDrive, we'll be able to switch back and forth and see if there's a big difference between the four-wheel drive and the two-wheel drive version of the M4. All right, guys, first off, thanks for putting up with the audio because it was super windy at Streets of Willow. But as you can see here, as we head out on track, I do have Dylan in the passenger seat because with the fully stock suspension like this car is on right now, we found that it's better balance and just overall driving characteristics are better with the passenger because there's no corner balancing or suspension setup or alignment on the car yet. But yeah, anyway, on to the xDrive comparison. You know, having had the G80 and going through these turns, especially turn 3 going up the hill here, if you've ever driven streets, you know that it's a place where the car wants to drift. With the four-wheel drive xDrive turned on, it just climbs up and out of the turns without as much oversteer or the back end coming out. Another section also that we're going through right now, the bowl, not only going into it where it wants to do a lift-off oversteer, somehow the xDrive also does the torque vectoring to take care of that, but also coming out of the bowl, it just, like, again, pulls out of the turns with the xDrive system on. And then also too, coming in through these very technical chicanes at the end of the lap, it's very, very smooth. So even here in this last part, coming out of the skid pad, it drives amazing. Alright guys, so we are back from Streets of Willow. Thankfully, the car and myself and everybody, again, thank you to James for driving 4 hours that day to the track, back to the shop, and then back to the track to get the part we needed for the Supra. But yeah, both cars made it back. Touching more on the xDrive versus the two-wheel drive, it's definitely a huge difference that you could feel switching from the four-wheel drive xDrive in the M4 to the two-wheel drive mode. It definitely allows you to apply more throttle, not only in places that you wouldn't be able to apply any throttle at all, but also more throttle in places that you would be able to give it a little bit of pedal to. But the xDrive, and the torque vectoring that BMW put in there is amazing. So it literally pulls you out of the turns instead of letting the car's weight shift sideways. Now it'll be interesting because obviously we're on 8,000-mile-old Pirelli P0s. Fortunately, we do have a set of the Michelins that come factory on the cars here at the shop, and we're gonna go to our home track pretty soon here, which is Buttonwillow CW13, and see exactly a good comparison to our G80 M3 two-wheel drive, and hopefully be able to overlay both of the laps on top of each other to get an exact comparison. So if you guys have any other questions about setting up your car, or anything for the G80 M3 or the G82 M4, please reach out to us, www.studiorsr.com. Follow us on Instagram, where we'll be doing a lot of reels for this car, some behind the scenes and more progress updates, and please like and subscribe. Thanks guys.